Well, the Squier Classic Vibe series. You know, lots and lots of folks say they're great. Am I going to agree? Let's find out. Well, for years I've been hearing about the Squier Classic Vibe series. How they were great guitars for the money. But honestly, today, there are lots and lots of great guitars available for low dollars. So I wanted to know how good they really are. So I decided to pick one up. And here it is, the Squier Classic Vibe Telecaster Deluxe. Well, at a glance, I'd say they did a heck of a job on the looks. This really does look like a 70s Telecaster Deluxe. If it weren't for this plug here for the truss rod adjustment, they'd have it nailed. It's got a nice neck. It's a fairly full, it's a typical Fender C-shaped neck, but I was really expecting a skinnier neck from what I'd heard. It has the wide range humbuckers. Now I'm sure they're not made like real wide range humbuckers from the 70s, but they actually sound quite good, and that surprised me. I was really expecting generic sounding humbuckers that were just made to look like the wide range humbuckers. You know, the typical woolly neck pickup and bright, thin, piercing bridge pickup, but this is none of that. These actually sound pretty darn good. It's really well constructed. The neck pocket is nice and tight. The nut is actually cut superbly. Now, I don't know if the dealer did that or if that's the way it was from the factory, but it's really cut nice. I have to say the setup wasn't great. It was playable, but marginal. Fortunately, it set up just fine. The truss rod moved just fine. I got the correct amount of relief in no time. The bridge, I would prefer a little more robust unit, I must admit. If I were keeping it, I would seriously consider putting on a better bridge, which I'm sure would drop right in. There's really nothing wrong with it, but I did have to loosen the strings a whole lot to get the saddles to move up and down without the grub screws binding and potentially stripping. But once I got that done, took me a little while, and I got the correct radius and the correct string height, and it's ready to play. So let's check it out. Let's try a little bit of the Sweet Honey. Back to the neck pickup. final thoughts. This did exceed my expectations, even though I've been hearing about how great they were. Very, very little to complain about. I think you would do well to pick one of these up if you want a Telecaster Deluxe. And it's a cool sound. I mean, it is a cool sound. It's something I haven't really used much. Generally, my humbucker guitars have been more in the mahogany maple vein or more in the semi-hollow. But, gosh, I might have to get into this a little more because it is a cool sound. I said that, didn't I? At any rate, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Hit that bell notification icon, and I'll see you next week. Immediately, I noticed the setup wasn't great, of course. Of course?